bring you the first official comeback video. This isn't a peekaboo video. This isn't a hold you over video. This isn't an update video. No, yes, this is actually happening, and I am back official and full force to bring you the Bleach content and other content as well, of course. But what other way to start this out with a Bleach discussion video? So let's get right into it. Yes, some time ago, Kubo put out an interview, or Kubo did an interview where this interviewer asked him regarding Ichigo's zanpakuto. You know, now we all know this has been out for quite some time now, and a lot of you have already seen other content creators' thoughts and, you know, explanations of this. However, what's brand new, yeah, is my video on it, my thoughts on it. So let's get into this. I have a couple of problems with this, but let's take it back. You know, I will never ever forget the first time Ichigo, he ended up getting his new zanpakuto. First, there was a lot of confusion. People were saying, oh, this is just all wrong. You know, there's just contradictions in this, you know, there's plot holes, et cetera, et cetera. But over time, as you start to read it more, break it down and understand and watch other videos, read other articles and topics, it all started to make sense. However, I'll never forget when I seen that chapter, when I read the chapter, did the review on it, I was confused. I didn't understand it. I said, wait a minute. He took his powers. He took all the powers. And, well, not all the powers. He took his hollow power and his Quincy powers. So I was thinking, like, why was Zangetsu shown? Like his original abilities. I mean, his original zanpakuto, when he went to swing at Bach. Why? Why was that still there? I was just flabbergasted. I didn't like it at all until I thought about it. Well, he took the hollow and Quincy powers. You know, I'm like, I guess he didn't take the Shinigami power, so everything that he was destroying or erasing or breaking down, maybe that was everything except the soul powers. Thus, that's why we seen Zangetsu, the old Zangetsu. That's what I was thinking. Then I'm thinking, like, well, am I wrong? Am I right? I started to see other videos that just, you know, make me second guess what I was thinking. And then over time, people wondered, including me, did he actually get his powers back? What happened? So we see the novels came out, you know. Well, actually, before I even got the novels, I read, you know, people were telling me, oh yeah, he got his powers back. It was confirmed. It was confirmed. So I was thinking, like, how? Why? Like, Bach is currently the placeholder of the Soul King, and I'm thinking, like, so he's still somewhat around. Maybe, I used to think maybe because Ichigo killed him, you know, he got his powers back, but we see he's not completely dead. Then, of course, we have the quote-unquote understanding that, you know, Ichigo's son absorbed the last of Bach's power, things of that nature, which I'll still debate that. But we will see when the anime comes back and it gets animated. We will see if it just vanishes as he touches it or if it gets absorbed into, you know, his hand. But anyway, we see during this interview, this interviewer went ahead and brought this up. I haven't described it in detail, and I don't intend to do it further, so I'll answer. The two Zangetsu swords are a sword and a scabbard. The correct form of a zanpakuto is one with a scabbard, and there are only two without a scabbard. The scabbard and the Zangetsu. When the Zangetsu was repaired to its correct form, it was in its two-sword state, and when it was sheathed back into Bunkai, the scabbard was broken and the real Zangetsu appeared. The broken scabbard was absorbed by Ichigo, so it could be turned into two swords if you wanted to, but that's up to Ichigo. Yes, so that's right. When I first read this, and I'm pretty sure a lot of you was like, wait a minute. So you mean to tell me this whole time, well, Bach broke, I swear his hands was like this, when he touched the Bunkai zanpakuto and shattered it, that was the scabbard? And I'm thinking, like, see, this is where the issues take place for me. How are we supposed to know this? Ichigo absorbed the Quincy powers back. So when everything got restored, you know, when Tsukishima did what he did, when he got restored, even though once Ichigo went to pursue Bach, you know, he destroyed the Bunkai again, you know, where it started to crack. You know, he destroyed it. But we see he only destroyed the sheath. So it was just crazy to me that when Ichigo, like, this is how it went. He took the zanpakuto and the scabbard, the sheath, put it together like so, and ended up, you know, screaming Bunkai like this. And at that point, we see what Bach did. It was very underwhelming. It pissed off a lot of people. And to this day, let me know. If you all know something, let me know. To this day, we still don't know what the ability is. You know, when he made Bach say, oh, this is a fearsome Bunkai indeed. I think he said a fearsome Bunkai or fearsome ability. I mean, it made you want to know even more. Like, he didn't even, you know, he didn't even mention it in the interview. It's just any statements or anything. Now it's just, you know, willy-nilly. We don't know what it does. But the crazy thing is, so that other zanpakuto is the scabbard, the Quincy part that represents his power. That is the zanpakuto, the scabbard. And he puts that together to go Bunkai. And the outer white part is the scabbard. So he could have unsheathed it. Maybe when he was like this, after he said Bunkai, he was gonna unsheath it. Because when I first seen it, I really didn't like it. I was underwhelmed. Like, because I'm like, okay, this represents the old Shikai looking Zangetsu. I'm like, come on now. This is a full powered Ichigo. All right? Fully powered Ichigo. And when he goes Bunkai, it resembles his Shikai. But like his old Shikai at that, like, come on, I didn't like that. So that means the way it will look, since the outer part is the sheath, he will unsheath it. And notice it has the chain on it. I guess the chain will go around here, and he's just lugging a big ass sheath, a sharp sheath, or around him, or right here, however he wants to wear it. That's how it is. But here's my issue. When Bach shattered the sheath and Ichigo absorbed it, Kubo, how are we supposed to know that? This is why data books are important. If this interviewer, who did a great job asking some very good questions, you know, shout out to him, you know, hats off to that motivator. Just imagine if he would have never asked that question. How would we would have known this? Maybe I missed something in the novels. Maybe a lot of you know. I doubt it. A lot of you even knew, because you have all these other content creators and all these other topics being made explaining this. You have other very knowledgeable people out there with Bleach, and this is brand new to them, so they didn't know. I've seen many guesses and theories regarding this, and this was never, ever seen, you know, or never guessed or theorized. Like, so he absorbed it. So, and Kubo, come on, Kubo is a very good artist. He is a very good artist. It is not hard to pinpoint or follow his art, you know? So I really wish the way that scene would have happened, it would have shown, you know, him absorbing the abilities. Even once the power was over, even once the battle was over, even the next chapter regarding the time skip, I wish it would have shown that. Because when we seen the Hell chapter, you know, we said, wait a minute. Why does his zanpakuto still look very similar to his old Shikai? Some say it looks exactly like his old Shikai. Some say you can see a slight difference in it, but there are things like people wondering why. So I guess that's like Ichigo's, how can I put it? I guess it's like, to him, he's most comfortable with it in that state. You know, I don't know if it's his Shinigami pride, you know, I don't know if it just hits home for him. I don't know if he feel like he's more effective with a single form zanpakuto instead of the dual wielding. But where Kubo really could have explained this again was in that Hell chapter, as he was when he cut the chains that wrapped around Renji, or I think it pierced Renji and wrapped around him. He could have did it to where another chain was coming behind him, and he could have just split it and cut it like that. You know, that would have been perfect. That would have really been our answer. And if he would have put him, if he wanted to, he could have put more text into it. One of the Shinigamis or Renji would have said, hey, wait a minute. Well, you can just split it at will. And that's when Ichigo would say, yeah, it's funny, you know, I absorbed the sheath. The Quincy power part that Bach shattered, I just absorbed it. He could have had Ichigo say that, but he didn't. So that's the one thing that I just really don't like. And I think how he said he's not going to, you know, talk about this even more. He's not going to go into more depth about this even more. This is crucial, vital information. So that leads us to believe that all these theories and guesses and wonders about Bleach, with all these questions that we never got answers to, that means only Kubo knows the answer. But if he doesn't put it out, we're left in the wind. Like, there's still questions we have to this day we don't have the answer to. And I can respect the lore of Bleach, how it's so vast and deep and rich and full of questions. It strikes your curiosity, but when you're a fan, when you enjoy it, you want to know more. You really do. I mean, thank God for the novels, but still, there's still questions the novels didn't answer. You know, if we want to be real about it. But I don't know, man. I am glad Ichigo has his powers back. I am glad about that. But now we know he can just separate it at will. Again, when will he do it? If he needs to, you know, get another hit off, if he needs to go this way, go that way. But the main thing I really want to see is his Bunkai ability. Hopefully, if Kubo comes back and put out the rest of the series regarding this Hell chapter, or this Hell arc, I would really love that, because it seems like I said in my previous video regarding this Hell chapter, this is going to take enemies to a whole new level, a whole new power scale, and I think Ichigo's Bunkai will be required to take on whatever they're going to have to fight in Hell regarding Ukitake, Old Man Yama, and Unohana. Excuse me. But yeah, let me know what you all think regarding Ichigo's Bunkai or Zanpakuto explanation. Do you like it? Do you wish it was different? What would you change about it? Do you wish Kubo could have done it better? Are you worried that this is going to be like a lather, rinse, repeat kind of thing? Like I just mentioned, we're going to see things in the future that we have questions about, but we never get the answers unless Kubo gets an interview. But that's not guaranteed, because the interviewer, if he doesn't ask the question, we'll never know. Because again, hats off to that interviewer. If he would have never, ever asked that question, we'd have never gotten his answer. So yeah, let me know if I missed anything. Can't wait for that Bleach anime to come back. Yes, I will review it. The backdrop may be upgraded even more. Maybe think about doing some other changes to it. It's still gonna be a challenge to do the Bleach anime reviews, because I already know what's gonna happen. You know, so it's not like I can give my predictions or say things like, I don't know, you know, it ended off on this chapter, so this is how it could possibly go. I can't do that anymore, because again, I know what's going to happen. However, I could put my extra little spin regarding this. I had plenty of time to brainstorm. I can still brainstorm about this up until October, but yes, you better believe it. I'm officially back. It's me, the Elite Ace. I will see you all next time. Thanks for watching. Signing out.